All right, in this video, we're going to talk about riding the slide and mirroring the slope. And really what it is, it's going to be this. You're going to notice a couple. First thing, let's take a step back. This on the left is Giolito a couple years back with the Nationals. I'm guessing it was 2016. But you're going to see just a very passive lower body compared to the right. A couple of different things. Number one, notice how he begins to corkscrew his hips. See that? So as he starts to begin to corkscrew his hips, you're not going to see this there. It's just a very straight line. It's very passive. Now, the next thing that you're going to see is he's going to start to ride the slide. Watch how the hips just move along that path there. See that? Now, what's happening with this is true connection to me. But the most important thing that I'm looking for when I evaluate a lower body is a couple of things. Number one, are they back hip dominant? Meaning, does the back hip pop open the front? Yes. Is it happening here? No. You see how the hips have already opened there and the back hip has really done nothing? So by mirroring the hips and riding the slide, what you're going to do is you're actually creating a downhill plane in order to throw from. So you're going to see how much greater extension he's got there versus there. You see the difference? Now the second thing is watch how his hips actually pop up. So you're going to see his hips move more in this direction versus them spinning around here. So let's watch this. See how the back hip pops open the front? And another thing that you're going to notice too is that with high-level players, they rotate or move from the middle. It's the actual middle of the body that turns over the knee and the foot. Whereas a lot of guys are going to try to push from the front, just not how it really works. Rotation happens from the middle. You want the feet and the knees to be a slave to the hips. But what I'm getting back to is watch how he rotates around the front hip. So he's basically just corkscrewing the front hip much like he did the back hip. So he corkscrewed it here, and then he's unloading the hips and rotating around, getting him greater extension, more downhill plane. Whereas here it's a very passive, toe-driven, gets to here, and then the hips, see that? See how the hips pop up? So there's the importance of riding the slide. But you got to realize this doesn't happen with any drill. This is just a series. This is one motion, but it's a series of sub movements. And you've got to be able to master and feel each of those movements before you could ever hope to really put that into play. And I think that's a mistake that most people have. But I think that a big part of Lucas' development here and the change with his lower body was just because he created so much proprioception. He was so much more aware of his lower half and how it worked that he didn't really have to think about it, and the changes just took care of themselves naturally.